Autodesk introduced a tool earlier on that is part of that intelligence that allows us to do this block detection. That's the AI. That's an example of how AI comes to help with that. So if I were to come in here and I select this and I go, look for, to use the block detection tool, it's found like here under the insert, and there's the detect and convert. And since I've already have this selected, I'm going to use the option of search and convert. The search and convert means that I've already selected. You see that little green box? It indicates that I've already selected it. I already selected it, and guess what? It's found all of these things. And really, those should be converted into the same block that I've already used before. And so I have the ability to use an existing block. There's the block that I want. Or I can just create a new block and go through and get a new name. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to use an existing block. I already have it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and convert that. And then I'm going to, choose to redefine it just to make sure everything looks good. I have all the line geometry selected. And I'm going to go ahead and hit accept. And now you can see all of these are set to the block. And more importantly, I can now, because they're all selected, I can go ahead and put them on the correct furniture layer and not have to, think twice of it. That's the nice thing about the AI, is that it partners with you and things like the mundane things that you might, think of later on. Oh, that could be a block, right? Or, maybe you missed that. Finding those little discrepancies into the drawing. Now, what I like to also introduce you, I'm going to go ahead and close the tool palette. I'd like to introduce you to the AI right here. This is the Autodesk Assistant. Okay. To bring this up, there's this 3 diagonal lines right here. If you click on this, it brings this up. This is your Autodesk interface, and this is where you can type in, have a conversational prompt to look for things. For example, how many bar stools, notice I misspelled it, right, are in this drawing? That, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, is bar stool 1 is actually a block. And so it's going to do a query in there and go and tell me how many blocks are in here that follow that name. So it's executing. And if I go down here, it comes back and it says, did I misspell it? It says there are none here. So let me try this as another conversational piece. How many bar stools are there in this drawing? So I can go back and run the query once again, and it's going to look for block references that may have that name or something like that. And I'm just go ahead and scroll down here. You see it's executing, and check this out. It has found what I was looking for, bar stool, but I had put the number 1, not 2, which is why it couldn't find it. You see that? So that was a goof on my end, but now I have the numbers here, and it tells me that there are 7 instances of this stool, and there's another one here. And so you look at this, you can see that I have one right here. Here's the other one. You can see it has that back board here, and that one is the bar stool 2, and this here is the just the stool. So even though I took the word bar stool and put that in the prompt, it knew, hey, he must be looking for the stool. So it came back with all of that. Now, here's something that I really, really, really like about this, is that you can take the intelligence part of this and say, hey, what items, highlight items that are not in, the by layer. And I'm going to do this on purpose to kind of show you, because we all run into this before, right? So imagine you're in you got all this, and what's the purpose of layer? To maintain integrity to our drawing. But then somebody comes over here and does an override, right? They override it to something else, right? Well, to you may not know that. You may not know that. You may not pick up on that. Well, that's where this comes in. Are there, and this is the whole thing about searching for, things that just violates our standards, that are not in our standard. Are there any items that are not following layer colors? So it's going to go through and try and look at all the objects and it will let us know if it actually has found any. And let's see, as it still processes. I kind of feel like this is like the old movie of Willy Wonka, where the two guys are typing in, "Can you help me find the golden ticket?" That's kind of like what I feel like doing right now. So as it's going through and calculating all this, and it eventually comes back, and you can see that it tells me that, there's all these block references that are, you notice it's on color index, and it has it. Wait, there's 4 of these. It's found them. It's basically telling me there are 4 of these stool 1 that are on a color index of 32. So now with that, you can see it's telling us there's this, but then there's also a hatch. There's another hatch that's got a different color. So it allows us to go and find these entities and to bring to our attention of that. And then, of course, that funny question that I did earlier where I said, hey, what's the difference between a line versus P-line? Now, we all know what that does, right? But, just to have a little bit of humor here, it'll go through and it'll look for it, and notice it's looking for the specific. Well, I typed P-line and it says, well, that's a polyline. It knew that right there, right? So here's the differences. Then it goes through and it gives you all links to this. So I really like this Autodesk Assistant. One of my other colleagues was at first kind of like, I don't know about this, to, well, at the end of our conversation, we're like, that's pretty nice to be able to just have sort of a conversation to this, I'm just glad I don't have to use like the Copilot anymore, because that Copilot functionality, it is nice, but there's no link directly into AutoCAD. So if I wanted to, ask for certain information, well, Copilot's a complete different, thing. How many of you use ChatGPT? That's another thing. I need to write a list routine for a rectangle. Just plug that right into here, and it will come back and walk you through the steps. Now, what's really cool about some of these is that, these prompts here, you can actually elect to keep them, and you can save them, and now they're here. So here's the one that I did for a door and window query here. So I click on this, and I'm going to tell it to go ahead and execute. So it's going to basically search for, in the drawing, let me bring that back up. Notice what I have. Can you tell me how many windows and doors are in this drawing? And it will go through and execute this. And now you can see it did windows and doors. Let's see. There you go. Now, when you look at this and you say, are there really 29 doors in this? It's a possibility. I mean, look at all the doors here. But then you look at that and you say, still, I don't know if there's 29 doors in here, right? Well, it's possible that there's some doors that are overlapping each other. There might be a duplicate over it. And everybody probably is familiar with the old command called overkill, where it goes and gets rid of that. So you may have to execute that. So you have to take what you get here with a little, a little bit of, a sense of, is it really finding 29 doors, or are there other things that it's detecting? Now, the windows, it was a little bit more accurate. But when I look at this, I'm going to say there's 7 windows. You see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5, 6, and 7. You might say, well, Dan, these guys right here are not really windows, are they? Because wouldn't they be like a curtain wall that's an internal? Yeah, but you know what I did? I did the lazy way, and I just grabbed the window block. So this actually located these items based on, a block name, pretty much, right? One of these aren't, being detected. And that is this guy right here. You see, this is the one that was manually drawn. And you can see that's the one that got a little gap. So, on purpose, I actually exploded this for the purpose of that little gap to kind of show that. And so this guy here isn't a window. It's made up of line. So what I can do, if you notice, is that the lines themselves are actually on a Windows layer. I could extend this conversation and say, can you find me any lines that are on the layer called Windows? And it would come back and give us the result. So if it was just these, these 4 lines here, it would have it highlighted and selected. I can come in here and, change them, update them, turn them into a block, and what have you. So that is the intelligent piece about, or the AI, if you will, about adding all this into, AutoCAD, the assistance here. So I really like that aspect.